go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. Through the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, the highway, and in the driveway. Isn't that strange? Cause I'm trying through the climb, I ain't like pain. You never hear the bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's like the key ingredient is belief. We'll see with the negativity, but I just gotta let that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 you got a mind, but even that could change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst I say, turn them to a pain. Take the best I say, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you feel it, no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past, start a plan, and you find a door. Open it up, and finally explore everything that you got, you can never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 still go, 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 slow, still go, go, no hope, still go, I never answer to no, still go, go.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening with it? Little surprise live. Come at you on this Saturday evening. What's going on with the people? A lot of shenanigans going on right as I'm about to go live. I was kind of keeping up with it so I can bring it to the live. But who's up in here? How many people we got in here? We got I don't know. It says 130 people so far. That's cool. What's up, Northern Light? Connie, Carol, what's happening, Carol? What's up, Miss Denise? I'm working on that situation. I gotta inform myself with it just to keep you updated. What's up, Bams? Written in the stars. Miss Erin, how are you? Sarah. So there's a lot of stuff I gotta show you. I will tell you this: the opening of this one's gonna be ugly, man. So massive trigger warning. Massive trigger warning. What? Can you hear me all right? How about my USB device? So it's pretty comical with the these fraudulent intelligence agency situation here. It gets better like by the day. I told you they'd be big mad about that parole call. And I told them, like, if the shenanigans continue, I will have to call again. So guess who's called Monday? I am. I mean, it is what it is. But so we have some receipts to show you again. But before we get into laughs and stuff, I want to talk about the SF video with you guys, kind of have an open convert, see where you guys are at with it. I thought it was important, right? I guess we can start there with SF's video, his footage. I've been seeing people do lives and stuff about it, and I have it. I'll play it. I think Jay got the best clip of it, but I think it's important because me and Noel watched it, and it's kind of tough to tell if it's a.
Can't even see what it is.
Tough to tell if it's a boy or a man. There's one time that I kept rewatching it, and I seen it was, to me, it looks like it was some type of man. I don't know. There's a lot of misinformation going around about that whole situation. There's a lot of people are hating. Like, why would you hate that there's some actual, like, possible evidence came forward into a case? Like, why hate on that? I think it's better than that flashlight video. Like, and I'm not, dissing the flashlight video. I don't like the edited stuff these people do and all these weird enhanced images these tragedy pimps do. But I think it's important. It looks like, to me, it looks like it could be a man. I don't know. But I was literally just watching Coffin Doofus. Listen to this shit, people, before I get to the comments. Listen to her. This lady has turned into a real hater. So let's just debunk her real fast. Listen to this shit. So she goes live.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear it?
And welcome to Break the Case.
I guess I'll play it. Let me catch up with the chat. I'll play it. We'll go to her. And then, listen, I'm being serious. There's a massive trigger warning from what I'm about to play you guys in regards to Dog the Bounty Hunter. The purpose of this stream is I've been keeping up with all these idiots attaching themselves to this case. Maybe they were hired. Maybe they weren't. But, I've said, listen, first and foremost, I said the judge was going to wipe his ass with that RICO lawsuit. And then I'm like, look, Dog is 100% promoting his book and his upcoming podcast, his Dogcast, and he's utilizing Sebastian Rogers to do that. Finally, we have some receipts on that. So that's what I want to review tonight. But let me show you this idiot.
I'm Jen Coffindaffer. Thanks for joining me
Hold on,
this Sunday.
put it on the screen.
This quick. It's going to be a very quick.
This lady is such a hater. She goes live to hate. It's so weird.
Rogers. I felt very compelled to come on as I continue to see information that is hitting mainstream media, social media venues that is just misleading. So we're going to talk about a particular piece of film footage that went from the PI.
All right, let me put it on the screen. She just went live, and then I'll get to the comments. What are you guys talking about? White boy, hey doll. Here when you get here. I know I'm always late, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Well, we got a lot to go through tonight. A lot of receipts. I can't stand her. Okay, so listen to this. Is so weird. In my opinion, she's just hating, but I want to show you her lying. Like, she doesn't like SF, but she's lying about it. So let me retract first so this all makes sense. I think that in that video SF produced, I think I see a grown man running. Okay. I don't know what I can really make out of the original Lights video, but to me, they're both very important. Yeah, I don't want to dismiss either one of them. The problem here is the police have. I don't think they dismissed the Light video, but Sheriff Craddock has been on record saying it's no use to us, and we don't know what that is. Now, in regards to what SF what's been recently, come to light, the police claim they've had it, but they don't know who that is. Now, that's according to the Associated Press, not Jen Coffin-Doofus. But here's her hating on SF, trying to swindle people with a different narrative. I'm going to give you both pieces of information here. We're going to go true and false. And then again, I'll say it for the fourth time, massive trigger warning when it comes to Dog the Bounty Hunter, this clip I'm about to play. Massive trigger warning. But let's just get into this asshole. And this is what these people do, which is craziness to me, because I'll show you what's really happening versus what she said. Follow me on X if you haven't. Where did I send that? I sent that to this. Oh, right here. I gotta find it where she's talking about it. So let's do that together real fast. Hold on. I think it's right around here. There it is. Let me. I'll retract it. I'll put you guys' comments on the screen now. But what I want you to do is just listen, guys. Listen, because then we're gonna go to the real source of information. Okay, just listen. Not playing. God damn it. Is it playing? You got? Can you hear confident? Fucking shit. Never mind. Let me just redo it. I lost it. Oh, there we go.
That we should all be aware of and looking for anyone who lives in that area. And again, we know many people don't even know about this case. Unfortunately, so we got to just keep proliferating.
Hit the like for me, y'all, please.
Name. Back to the issue at hand. I'm going to let you know the television stations that have put forth this information that is not true. Fox Nashville.
Okay.
WSMV.
So she goes into a full. I went too forward. I went too far ahead, guys. Give me a second. I want her to tell you about this footage and how she feels about it, which is crazy, y'all. Which is crazy. They can't hear her. Yeah, they can now. I had a thing. Give me a second. Let me rewind it back. It's not what
according to the information he had. The sweatpants were very one into the hours of the 20. Most mothers don't eat like that.
Here she goes with Katie and the Roadhouse thing. This lady with a broken record. Okay, I rewound it a bit back. I want you to listen to what she says about the police regarding this information.
Usually try to engage with their children. Not passing judgment. I am passing my opinion on what I see in that video, which is not your average and normal interaction between a child and a mother and a person that's just really seems very interested in a lot going on other than their son. So take that for what it's worth. If I sound judgmental, I apologize, but Sebastian Rogers is gone. And he's never been seen by anyone into the hours of the 25th and the early morning of the 26th, except for Katie, who says again that the last she heard of him was at 10:30 at night when she heard what went from a noise to a
Hey, Hong, how about you take a link? You want a link, bro? Bro, you have cankles. You have cankles. You literally have cankles. Let's have a look-see at Hong's cankles real fast. Why he has decided to join us. I'm glad that you're watching. Makes me feel good. People, if you say something, if you hear something, people, you see something, you say something, right? You call parole officers is what you do. If you see something, you say it. But you know what I want to tell you people is I did see something as well. And it's very alarming. It is it's very weird. But what I saw was something I could not believe when I saw it. It was actually what Hong looks like in real life. And that would be this here, ladies and gentlemen. A man with no legs. A man with ankles to knees. A man with cankles. He's fat and cankly. At least Kim Jong-un can walk the plank. At least Kim Jong-un can stretch his legs a little bit. But Hong, on the other hand, Hong is just cankly. He hasn't stretched his calves since 1970. Hong, you want the link? Would you like to take the link? I don't think we'll get there, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine saying, now that he's in the chat, imagine saying that you're have an intelligence agency when someone can simply Google, can a felon start an intelligence agency? Imagine that. Then imagine posting on X that a satellite company, you had tapped in to their images and to their data. And then imagine the same company goes, dirt to dirt. Yeah, we haven't even started yet. Wah, wah, wah. Then imagine, right? Imagine calling somebody racist while the head of the intelligence agency literally ordered prostitutes to their neighbor's house, called the police on them, and is convicted for doing all types of weirdo racist shit. Hold the imagine calling somebody racist till later. Does he want the link? This dude is a fucking joke and a half. Their whole agency is a joke. Imagine going to court and saying, Your Honor, but what had happened was we forgot the evidence. Then imagine saying, oh, they were going live and taking pictures. Like, you guys look like a joke. Now, YouTube chat, if you didn't see Hung in the comments, it's because I have it on streaming on multiple platforms. So right now we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on Twitter, we're streaming on Facebook, we're streaming everywhere. So I can see those comments on my StreamYard comments. So if you didn't see him in the comments, he's on X. The beauty of it though is, while I'm saying this, let's take a picture, because they like to play victim a lot, right? They like to play victim a lot. Bunch of grown pussy boys that play victim, right? So because I'm always stay 10 steps ahead of them, let's just snag a picture, shall we? Just a picture. Here it is right here. So he says, nobody is watching but me, bro. Your show suck. Dude, you have a YouTube channel. So you have a YouTube channel too. You can't even speak English, homeboy. Like, you're a joke. Get a picture of that. You who forgets their evidence in front of the judge?
He purposely is trying to get you to call on his homeboy naked his stupid fucking hat.
So just so we're on the same page. Here I am live, and you're all the way in my live, right? All the way in my live. But you want to cry and play victim, right? If I do something. That's not how this works in the United States of America. It's not how this works, right? And a matter of fact, I thought I had it in when you come to my chat, there's rules. You have to be like 5'3" or above. No cankles allowed. YouTube chat, just chill. I'm going to show you here in a second. He came through the Twitter live feed. So I'm getting the pictures because I know he likes to play victim and do all this crying. We have pictures of him too, which is interesting. But anyway,
he went the pussy way. It became a YouTube. You know that he has to be in the room with all your supporters and people in chat.
Exactly.
Bitch went solo.
But we gave Hong enough attention for right now at the beginning of live. But what I want to say, people, is I am scared for my life. This guy came all the way from a different platform over here. I am scared for my life. Therefore, I'm going to have to report Not Bright Intelligence Agency the first thing Monday morning for intruding and stalking and harassing my followers. I'm just not going for this. I'm just not going for this. It's very serious. Okay, moving along. Now, back to Jen. Let's get back to this nutcase. I'll show you guys the the thread. So YouTube, back to YouTube. You guys see the chat. You see everybody who's chatting with you. But when you're on StreamYards, you can stream to YouTube and to Twitter and to Twitch and to Facebook and to whatever else you link it to, right, as you go live. So I go live on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. I have a whole bunch of options, but in Twitch, I mix it up sometimes. So you didn't see the Kankles in the comment thread. So as I'm talking, I look and I see, right? That's what just happened. But of course, I'm the king of receipts. I'm going to show you because on the picture I take, he's right in the thread of comments, right? Where some of you were commenting and he's right there. So I got a couple of them too. It's very weird, Katie. I don't know why they're not excited about it. What's up, Butter? So I'll show you one of the pictures I took real fast just before we continue, because I have a lot to go into. Matter of fact, so here's what I was saying, right? I'll show you one. Like, you know what I mean? Try to tell these dudes, like, play with the wrong one. You play with the wrong one over here. But I am scared for my life. Like this is serious. All right, so let me show you about this weenie boy, right? Jumping in the chat. And then we'll go back to Jen, and then I have a whole show for you guys, so we got to keep going. But here's what I'm talking about. Take a look, zoom in. So as you can see, it's a perfect example. Look from left to right at the top. You see Facebook, you see YouTube, you see Twitch, you see X, and you see Rumble. Well, you can't see Rumble because I had to manually connect that through the streaming service. But then you see green eyes. Above green eyes, I can't make out who that is. But then you see Hong once, and then you have, who is that? Let me see. I'll tell you right now. So you got Kessie underneath Hong, green eyes above Kessie. And then at the bottom underneath Kessie, you'll see comments all, right? So if I was to shut that off, you would have, I could make the comments to where they're just YouTube, or I keep them open, right? Which was perfect for this example because they epically fail on everything they do. But again, scared for my life. We're calling Monday. Moving along. Let's get back to Jen, Coffin Doofus, and let's react and review to why she would be hating on, why would you be hating on footage in a missing child case that's not solved? Well, it's because she thinks that Chris at Proudfoot did it. She thinks she doesn't like SF clear bias. You know, people, we all know that Not Bright Media is not an intelligence agency, right? But what we don't want is biased FBI agents doing anything. We don't want biased FBI agents doing anything to do with any crime, right? Think about that for a second. That's what we're literally looking at. This is in real time. What I'm about to show you is a biased ex-FBI agent who is a hater. Just think about that as we listen together.
Thud, and that she hollered at him, you know, everything from buddy, be quiet in there, to, you know, stop doing what you're doing. I mean, her whole excuse for not going in there just quite frankly grosses me out, saying something to the degree of, well, you know, boys, you know, in there, I don't like.
Did I explain that good chat with the comments and stuff from different platforms? Hopefully I did.
Anyway, I've gone over the fact that we know he was in black sweatpants, black sweatshirt. According to the information he had, the sweatpants were very specific shown them on my Twitter. We also know he was in diapers, pull-ups, whatever you want to call them, because they did not allow Sebastian Rogers to not wear diapers or pull-ups. And in fact, threw away or gave away all his underwear. Why is this important? This isn't about embarrassing Sebastian Rogers, for heaven's sakes. This is about understanding the type of clothing, diapers, describing what people should be looking for, right? A keychain with a flashlight, diapers, black sweatsuit, black sweatpants with that white stripe, and glasses. It's no different than those glasses that we should all be aware of and looking for anyone who lives in that area. And again, we know many people don't even know about this case, unfortunately. So we got to just keep proliferating his face and name. Back to the issue at hand. I'm going to let you know the television stations that have put forth this information that is not, and they are not involved. The reason that Texas Roadhouse video took and premeditated this over in that circle,
here it
is a dark, shadowy figure. Okay, is been completely told to everyone who is paying attention to this case and who isn't just going on assertions like this, that indeed law enforcement has very precisely said, and they haven't been precise on a lot, they've been precise on
Listen to this lie.
That this person is not involved. They've identified them. They know who he was.
Straight lie right there, people. Here's the article. So it's like so sitting through one of her lives is like, Jesus Christ, would you shut up and say it already? Fuck. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, lady. Holy shit, I'm about to blow my brains out trying to find that clip. Fuck.
I literally said she was that she's given show him allow him dignity, and 5 different people in chat. I said it quietly to myself out loud, and everyone in chat is right there and didn't even know that I said it. We're all on the same page.
Yeah, because she's a joke.
Not allowing him dignity.
Here is the actual footage, and this is why I said this is it here. Look at this badge of honor, War Eagle, the grandma. I got some. Oh yeah, I've been riding old. Not bright over there on Twitter, but I'm scared for my life. Anyway, here's the article, the actual article to get your information from. Now, I believe she calls. I don't know. I'm just referencing what the first one I could see, but I believe she calls out reason. But in this article, when I first heard of this, I couldn't see. And if you haven't seen this, I will drop this link. Better. But in this article, the frig. Let me get the link for you guys. Give me a sec. In this article, let me try to find it without reading the whole thing out loud. Come on, computer, let's go. Dirt. Where does it say it at? Law enforcement has this video in which ongoing construction site. Law enforcement has this video in which Fisher said he used tools to enhance for clearer view. Unfortunately, he said it is not likely the figure in the video could ever be identified. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office, working with TBI and FBI on the case, has said there has been no confirmed sightings of Sebastian since he went missing. This is an active and ongoing investigation. We continue to work with our state and federal partners. We will continue to seek resolution on this case, said Eric Craddock. For the new video, Craddock sent Fox 17 news statement. Law enforcement has had possession of the original video 72 hours after Sebastian was reported missing. After investigating the lead, we determined it has no relevance to the case. However, the SSCO Sheriff's Office did not specify or respond to whether detectives have identified the figure in the video. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. An ex-FBI agent, right? An ex-FBI agent literally just lied. What is going on here, dude? Oh my God. Can you hear it? I gotta wait for this friggin' load or whatever. It's so slow. Anyway, you guys gotta wait. I gotta wait here. I can use my phone, I guess, to comment. But you hear Coffin Doofer, ex-FBI, literally just lie to people. Like, what's the point of that? Law enforcement does not have. They don't even know who that is.
They're unable to identify, which is what they said. There's no way to make the images clear enough to be able to ever identify the person. So you can't say whether or not it's relevant.
I gotta wait, y'all. I just locked myself out of the share screen. It's weird. This is at first.
This computer's on strike.
It's so fucking slow, and I kept hitting the button, so I gotta let it catch up. Why is it doing this though? What the frig? All right, how do I get out of here?
You might have to move your share screen out.
I can't do anything.
That's why. Let it like catch up. You can't keep forcing it to do stuff.
Weird. Here, man, help me out. Plug this thing in.
You push button, press it like constantly. You're just need to jam up. You got to give it a bit to relax and catch up to your command.
All right, I don't know. I gotta wait for it, guys. It's weird. This has never happened before. It's the first. Anyway, that's Coffin Doof is literally lying, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And this is just one article you can find about it. All right, this is actually starting to piss me off now. I got an idea. Hold on. Here, plug this in, babe. This thing here. Where's that?
It's not, I don't know.
Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Oh, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Oh my God. How many more?
All right, we're going the ether way, man. Hold on. Let me see if this works. Huh. Where's it? Oh, where's the fucking thing?
You're looking, whisper.
Where's my little plug-in thing at? Okay, y'all hear me?
No. Okay.
So weird. Oh, you know what?
It didn't do it with it.
What?
Well, have the volume up, and when you said you'll hear me, you heard the delay, right?
No.
Popped up.
The whole computer just locked on me. That was weird. All right. So did you see her lying? That's all I care about. That was crazy as fuck. What, you guys could hear me the whole time? Huh? All right. Anyway. Oh, way off. Okay, hold on. Can't hear you. Okay, we could hear you. Maybe he ran out the big. No, the whole thing locked up. You can see me now, right? Okay. I don't know. It was super weird. Super weird. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's Jen lying in real time. Here goes the actual link that I was trying to do before this freaking computer locked up on me. This is the actual link to one of many articles. It's a simple Google search. But let me get rid of all these open windows, as I believe that's what the problem was in the beginning. So here's a link. Now, the next thing I want to show you, man, is very concerning. I didn't even want to start with Coffin Depper, but she was going live as I was setting this thing up, right? But I was last night I watched something on Dog the Bounty Hunter. It was very interesting. And he admitted that he's got a book to drop, right? And the whole interview is a fraud. So I'm going to play that for you guys here momentarily. I want to go through some of the X stuff and everything else with Not Bright. But, you know, I don't know how many people have heard this or not. This is a massive trigger warning, what I'm about to play. A massive, 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 massive trigger warning. But as you listen to Dog the Bounty Hunter and what he's about to say, what flies out of his mouth on this recorded phone call, I want you to keep in mind a few things. Like,
it wasn't very nice.
would he be doing these stunts that you see him pull now and Sebastian Rogers, would he be doing this for any black kids? I thought this personally was comical because I have some guy who looks like Kim Jong-un with cankles on X telling his supporters I'm racist. And the irony in that is his best friend and him run an intelligence agency, and his best friend has convictions for being racist to a probation officer, but wait for it. They team up with the bounty hunter as well. People, you cannot make this shit up. And here we go. Mods, please keep dropping trigger warning. If you're a moderator, just keep typing trigger warning after trigger warning after trigger warning after trigger warning. Imagine calling somebody racist and you're an intelligence agency and like you could not even make this shit up. Trigger warning.
Oh, I'm listening.
He couldn't have picked a better live to intrude on. Let's have a listen, shall we? Let's have a listen.
I'm not taking a chance on some motherfucker. I don't care if she's a Mexican, a whore, whatever. It's not because she's black. It's because we use the word nigger sometimes here. I'm not going to take a chance ever in life of losing everything I've worked for 30 years because some fucking nigger heard us say nigger and turned us into the Enquirer magazine. Our career is over. I'm not taking that chance at all. Never in life. Never.
Wow.
Never. If Lisa was dating a nigger, we would all say, fuck you. And you know that. If Lisa brought a black guy home, yeah, it's not that they're black.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I have neglected to tell you, this is a recorded phone call between him and his son. Imagine, so this is his family. Oh, I'll drop it for your viewing pleasure. Of course I will. 100%. You have to have receipts. But here's your Dog the Bounty Hunter going across all these national media stations, saying he's going to find Sebastian Rogers, this and that. Let's continue.
Black. It's none of that. It's that we use the word nigger. We don't mean you fucking scum nigger without a soul. We don't mean that shit. But America would think we mean that. And we're not taking a chance on losing everything we got over a racial slur. Because our son goes with the girl like that. I can't do that, Tucker. You can't expect Gary, Bonnie, Cecily, all them young kids to, because I'm in love for 7 months. I fuck that. So I'll help you get another job, but you cannot work here unless you break up with her. And she's out of your life. I can't handle it.
So not only is he saying that like 15 times already, trigger warning, but this is a conversation between him and his son. His son was told he's no longer employed with that. He's no longer employed until he breaks up with that woman.
How does that woman know it? They're not going to take her on their hunts with them.
Well,
are they? Like,
Dog is mad because his son here
he's
did a little bit of a pillow talking or whatever. That's what people do when they're with somebody. They talk, but
probably like doesn't want his son dating anybody.
Correct.
outside of what they are. So you're going to either break up or you're.
Yep, or you're shunned. You'll have nothing. You will date who I like you to date. You'll date who I tell you is okay.
All that shit. I got up in the parking lot trying to record this. I got that girl saying she's going to wear a recorder. I don't even know what the girl said. She's going to wear a goddamn recorder.
Yes, Joanne.
Your
It's
girl
years,
was
it's
going
years
to
old.
jump
Yes.
Beth one day.
No, she wasn't
Right.
even there that day, Dad. You can ask any of them.
I asked everybody. I asked everybody.
Yeah.
Ask them
I
all
asked
again.
There
That's
it is.
bullshit. That's Lisa's a lying fucking liar.
Lisa said that Beth had a tank shirt on and your girlfriend was going to fuck him.
She wasn't even there that day. The day that Lisa said that happened, Monique wasn't even there. The last time Monique was anywhere near that office was during the cruise. And
Upper
was
times, I
over a
haven't heard it
month
either.
and a half
It's new to
ago,
me. But
Dad.
a lot of people
That's
in
what
the
it
chat have
was,
heard this.
Tucker.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
No, Lisa said it was recently, just a while ago.
No, she didn't, because we've been out of town. She said it was a month or so ago. It was before we left town. Lisa was there in the parking lot with the black girl, because I seen a black girl in the car, but I didn't know it was your girlfriend. And Beth had a tank top
You've
on.
seen her now, Dad.
I seen the back of her head, yes, in the car with what's her name. So, but I didn't
What
know
kind of car does Lisa got?
It wasn't the Lisa. It was the car that's parked by my office there.
Wait, Monique don't got a car?
On that big mom bear, we're gonna
has
get
it
into all
parked by
that here
my
shortly.
office there. So listen. So she says that she's going to whip Beth, and she goes, "No, let's stick to the original plan and record her."
That is so... No, Dad. Monique loves me to fucking death. She would never
No, it doesn't matter, Tucker. You don't know life.
Damn, could you imagine the kid's like, Dad, Monique loves me to death. Like, that's his girl. Like, he knows if his girl loves him or not. And then this asshole is that you don't know life. That's crazy as hell.
She does not. Yeah, she may love you and all that, but she's going to get Beth. I mean, I'm not going to have someone.
She doesn't care, Dad.
They made too many statements, Tucker. I'm not having someone live around me.
It's Lisa talking to Tim, making crap up now. She's psycho, Dad.
He's basically, chat, if I get this wrong, please correct me in chat, because a lot of you guys have heard this, kept up with this. That makes me happy. But hey, this was news to me. I've never heard this before. And I'll definitely remind the internet, teach the internet, introduce this, or we can have a rewind catch-up session. Either which way, it all works. But he's saying that the girl, his son Tucker's girlfriend at the time, Monique, is plotting on Beth, who has now since passed. It's crazy as hell. No evidence. There's no concrete evidence. There's nothing. It sounds familiar, don't it? So he's convicting Monique, kind of like he wants to convict the Proudfoots.
She goes over to Dwayne Lee and she'll call Dwayne Lee. Dwayne Lee won't answer his phone. She'll sit in front of his house until she sees him. Delisa's a fucking wacko.
She ain't no more.
Monique hasn't. I cut Delisa off 3 months ago, Dad, because I couldn't take her shit. Okay.
Copy and paste the link I dropped. The phone call.
Her, but I'm not hanging out with her. You don't have her drop you off in my house. You don't have her pick you up in my house. You don't have her do any favors for you when it has to do with me. And this has been going on for 3 months because I know
Teresa the same thing, Dwayne Lee the same thing.
Okay, well Leland's still hanging out with her.
No, he's not. Leland's fucking freaked out now.
Yeah, well, I told him, dude, she's weird. Dude, that girl slept in Leland's house when Leland was out of town. In his bed and shit.
Yo, he ain't no more, because last night I laid down the law, and Dwayne Lee just called me and said, Teresa told that girl never to come by her fucking house again, because I told Dwayne Lee the same thing. And we're going to have your wife hanging around with that girl. You're not working for Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dwayne Lee called this morning and Teresa and said we are not hanging around with that girl. So just like Dwayne Lee, just like you, if you hang with that black girl, I do not want you in my house because it's already been proven that you run your mouth to her. That's it right there. So you just let me know. I got to go. What you're going to later. Bye.
Now let's have a read at some of these comments here. To all the people in here arguing with racists, remember this: never wrestle with a pig. You only end up getting dirty, and the pig enjoys it. I don't even really want to read these comments because there's I don't know who how do you justify that? Like the guy said it like 15 times. I mean, I didn't count, but it had to be something like that. And I didn't ever hear this before, but I think it's safe to say he's not doing no advocating for any missing black kids, right? But to hear the moron intelligence agency, the mere fact that you associate my name anywhere, you can never find a clip of me saying anything like that on the internet. But you literally, just so I'm keeping track, the head of the intelligence agency is convicted, right? Convicted of not only doing weird racist shit with the probation office, but calling prostitutes on his own neighbors and calling the police on them, right? But we have racists checked off with him. And then you guys associate with Dog, who's done this. And Hong, what does that make you? You're Chinese. You're Asian. Like you're a joke. You're a joke. Like real talk, you're a real coward. Like here you are putting yourself right in the middle of them two bozos. Like, you're a clown, bro. I know you're watching this. Like, you're a buster. You're a real buster. You got no self-dignity. You have no self-respect. Real talk, man. But let's move forward. That's some buster ass shit right there, people. Can't tell me it ain't. Hillbilly version of the Predator. That's probably the best comparison I've ever heard when it comes to him. He looks like, you can't tell me that's not Bullhorn Betty when she's 80. Serious. He looks like a cross between Marjorie Taylor Greene and fucking Bullhorn Betty. Yeah, that's bad. I apologize for anybody who had to sit through that. That's why I kept saying from the beginning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. I'll drop this link in the chat. It's there. That guy doesn't care about shit. But I've been saying he's been trying to promote his book and his dog cast since he's done this thing with connecting himself with Sebastian Rogers, right? And we're gonna watch a interview that just dropped. I think it was 2 days ago, and it's only 23 minutes long, so it's not too long of a headache for us to watch and get together. But before that, I want to show you guys some more shit that I found. Just want to read the room real fast on what the hell we just watched, if we could. What's up, Shelby? Can I clip channel? Clip the racist parts. I don't know. That's already on the internet. It's in full. That one, not white. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, what a buster, right? Could you imagine hanging out like how does that like? I'll joke on them dudes and stuff, but like I need everybody in the chat that has like common sense. Like, this guy's Asian and he puts himself directly in the middle. Like, could you imagine? And then the balls, like, dude, you're calling me racist because I said I made some egg roll jokes. Like, what the fuck is really going on here? So, you know what I'm saying? It's all weird, people. But it's all scumbaggish, man. This whole thing is scumbaggish, right? And I'm not even talking about any of the main people in Sebastian Rogers' case, just these weirdo fuckboys that connected themselves to the case. It's all weird. It has been weird. And when you look at them, it's very strange. People, anybody who calls prostitutes, if any of my neighbors did that, allegedly, hypothetically, and for educational purposes, man, they would. I'm not even going to say what I would do to them. I won't even say it.
The comment made, he said he enjoys doing that, hiring the African American escorts, and he likes to watch them get arrested.
Exactly. And what he did to Bill Cosby's victims, what he did to Doug Papa, all that shit is uber weird. What bothers me about all this, right, is you have women, right? Women especially that will follow these people, right? If people follow them and on the green team, whatever, and they're unaware of these things, then they get a pass because they don't know. But the people who know, like, you have to sometimes like sit back on social media and be like, this shit is weird. Like, what the fuck? And it happens to me all the time. All the time. That's weird to me, man. That's like sex offender type behavior. That is weird shit going on there, people. It really is, man. It really, really is. But anyway, let's roll back through let's go back to Twitter real fast. I got some more shit to show you. and I have that interview, which we're going to breeze through too. But also as a reminder, in the case, Dog Hunter,
I'm doing a cold case murder.
Decided. So if you look on Twitter with Not Bright Media, they try to like troll and do these weird things, these weird tactics. If I'm being completely honest with everybody, I don't know how, if this is the games they play with Doug Papa and the Bill Cosby victims, I don't know. They're all like weirdo games, right? And then you see it come to YouTube, and a couple of women karate chop that shit down, right? With a few lawyers. But here's one of the games. Now, we just heard the racist rant from Dog the Bounty Hunter. Now, in the beginning of this case, they were getting very frustrated at Nerdy Addict and Bird Mafia. And Nerdy came on my panel and told everybody this. But if you haven't listened to this, if you haven't heard this, here's another smear attempt, and this is what they do. Nerdy Addict, he's been on Twitter forever. Good dude, very good dude. I know him a long time. I respect him. And he's also a creator on YouTube. But listen to what Dog decides to do to Nerdy in off the back of a missing child. This is over Twitter beef in the Sebastian Rogers case. Have a listen. Yes, this really happened. Here's the audio.
Hi, this is Dog the Bounty Hunter. I am looking for someone that knows this punk named Ali. I'm doing a cold case murder investigation from Windsor Locks, Connecticut. And I just found absolute 100% proof that this Ali guy killed the person. So
he's literally calling. Let me actually get it 100% right for you guys. Let's go back to the tweet. After calling Dog the Bounty Hunter and Nick the Hat a liar, now I'm the suspect in a cold case. That's what I thought it was. So this is a voicemail Dog the Bounty Hunter left on Nerdy Addict's voice on his phone after Not Bright Media got mad. Just so everybody's understanding what's happening here, they're basically they're saying that Nerdy is the person who killed whatever cold case this is. This is like unhinged behavior, people.
Could you please give me a call?
Who could take these people serious?
And I just found absolute 100% proof that this Ali guy killed the person. So could you please give me a call back? Or, well, my phone is unmarked. So after you listen to this, will you answer? I'll give like 5 minutes. Thank you so much. I guess you should maybe keep this confidential because the feds, everybody knows, but it's going to break news in the next couple of days. All right. Thank you so much. Aloha. Bye-bye.
What's comical is this moron with the blonde pubes. He's not even allowed to arrest anybody. There's a video. I don't feel like getting into it, but if you guys don't know, he can't arrest anybody. Oh my God, I hate this one. I live in Connecticut where, yeah, it's right there. Nerdy and Eva went to hung flyers. Yep, that's correct. Absolutely. This is absolutely correct. And my left, my ass have blonde pubes. He does have blonde pubes. We may actually call the tip line tonight. Depends how mad I get. Bounty hunters are basically, what was that said? Are basically the rejects from the academy. You couldn't have said it better. It would have been in, yep. He can't even carry a gun. That's also correct. So that is also correct. I don't know if you guys need that or whatever. That's in my short section, but scrolling forward, if you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. That would be the parole officer's phone number. Now, what do we have here? This is interesting. I'm going back before we go forward, right? But just so everyone's clear, ABC 6 News. Hatsafatsu was accused of terrorizing, that their words, not mine, terrorizing his Broomall neighbor. Court records allege he was sent over a dozen prostitutes from Backpage.com to their home and then reported their suspicious activity to authorities while he watched next door. According to court records, Hatsafatsu then was accused of calling one of the escorts after police responded and using racial slurs. Said he liked to watch African Americans, quote, get locked up, end quote, as wifey just said a moment ago. In the harassment case, Hatsafatsu pleaded guilty to 3 counts of falsely incriminating another and received probation in Delaware County. Does that seem like normal behavior? Does that seem like many of you may or may not have known somebody who's gone to jail? And if you do, my guess would be possession of drugs or something. There's like possession of drugs, there's that, and then there's like that. That's not normal, y'all. That's not normal behavior. Here he is in a chat, Brittany J's, while we actually caught her awake, and he says, I've been deputized, and I will arrest first and ask questions later. These are, again, just like Coffin Doofus, just like Dog the Bounty Hunter, just like Hong. This is now Nick, and these are all lies. If Dog the Bounty Hunter cannot arrest anybody, this doofus who's on active parole cannot. Again, a simple Google search will teach you a felon cannot start up an intelligence agency. You cannot own a gun. You definitely cannot arrest anybody. The best you can do would be possibly a citizen's arrest. And even then, you're pushing your luck. You have to be very careful.
You're on parole or whatever, you can't. That's like hostage kidnapping type shit. You can't do that if you're on paper.
These will be the special conditions of Nick's parole, which are very interesting. Because he's not even allowed to associate with law enforcement. Where did I leave off here? Okay, some things I want to share with you guys real fast. So this would be one of Hong's tweets. I'm scared for my life. I will be calling parole on Monday morning. Here's some more harassment. I will be called. So this moron thinks I'm not allowed to call the parole officer. As he's, I mean, this is like, you know how good it feels outsmarting an entire intelligence agency, people? Like I'm like I, you know, it feels really good. Here's interesting factoid, y'all. Look at the screen. Now we're going to move off Twitter and go to Reddit, Sebastian Rogers, because there's going to be some stuff you're probably going to learn here. However, this moron who you see all over Twitter, disinformation Erica says, at night is a fake intelligence agency. They say there's bots. Wait, hold on a minute. My bad. Erica's cool. I take that back. Sorry, Erica. I got her confused with somebody totally different from Twitter. It happens. But fuck, how do I do this? Okay, I guess we're here. Hold on, guys. I had my stuff sorted on Twitter, but we're out of there now. So this is Sebastian Rogers' group on Reddit. What I saw here was very crazy. Look at this. This post says Trevor Lee confirms that Seth said Sebastian's middle names, Wayne and Drake, were the children Katie aborted. Timestamp 1 hour and 17 minutes and 22 seconds. Now, when I clicked on this to the timestamp, It's actually a Granny's Watching live stream. And yes, Trevor Lee did say that. I believe it's a Twitter post. Let me go to the chat. Did you guys ever hear about that? Is this for real? Guys? Yeah, that is very weird. That's beyond obsessive. Why would he put it on? I don't know. That's a good question. That's actually good thinking, Lori. I've never understood why Hong did review for that attorney. So you guys know about this. It is true. Okay. That's fucking weird, man. That is fucking weird. Yes. Seth said it himself. What's up, Charming? I've heard this last year. Okay. See, there's so much stuff. What's up, Rakin? I'm glad you got the chance to check it out. Yeah. Yes. Very. Okay. So everybody is saying they've heard of this before. So I'm late to the party. There's not a problem there. Sometimes you hear shit, sometimes you don't. What about those names again? Okay, upper thighs, not a problem. Let me reread that for anybody who doesn't know. I have this on Twitter. I'll share it with you. I'll drop this link in the chat for you guys because you guys definitely should check this group out. They do very good. I've been saying this for months now. Miss upper thighs and forever whoever didn't hear me. Trevor Lee confirming that Seth said Sebastian's middle names, Wayne Drake, were for the children. KP aborted. Timestamp 1 hour and 17 minutes and 20 seconds. I'll share this thread, which will bring you directly to where I'm at. Definitely worth a peek, y'all. Definitely worth. These people do a very good job at everything they hear. It's all like notes. It's very good. From time to time, I come here and scroll. And this is a couple other things I want to run by you guys. Hold on. Proof that Seth said Sebastian was the only child that Katie didn't abort with a timestamp. Okay, I did. I remember hearing that. Did law enforcement? Yeah. Proof that the Lore Lodge is working with the Green Team. Interesting. What's this about? The Lore Lodge has stated that they don't follow At Night or Nick the Hat. This proves they're biased and should have been known from the start. Would have saved a lot of us some trouble. Mods, remove this if it's not acceptable to post. Proof is in the comments. Oh, here's some comments here. Oh, and so I understand what they're saying. So then they attach a receipt here. Fuck. You can't. I don't know if you can see this that well, but so what this is it's people who've commented in one of the Lower Lodge's Twitter posts, and he commented back. I tell you, y'all, they do a good job. Well worth a peek. Fuck, I just lost all that shit. Let's go back to Twitter because it's fucking me up over there. Hold on. Go back to Twitter. My notes. You all right, babe? Okay, I'm actually to the point. Well, I went backwards on this live. That was weird. See my notes here? So I was gonna start off with this weird ass interview with Dog, and then I made my notes for the live, right? All the stuff I wanted to show you guys. And we literally went from start to finish because I'm down here. And then the last thing is Coffin Doofus lying, right? So we started with that. Then Hong came in here with his shenanigans, and I just went backwards. Kind of weird. No, I guess there's no right or wrong way to do a show, huh? But interesting. So I got this thing with Dog we'll watch next. If you didn't catch the beginning of this live, Coffin Doofus clearly lied on her last live stream. She says that law enforcement have dismissed what SF found, and they know who that person is. This is not truthful. This is 100% not true. Okay. I think that those videos are important. I don't think there's anything. I think there's more to see in what SF shown people than that light video, right? That light video to me is nothing. It's my personal opinion. It's important though. I don't think the police should dismiss either one. And they gotta have some type of technology that can enhance that shit and do and zoom in. I don't know. You would think, right? It's just it's what sucks to me is like, and I don't want to like blame the police here. I don't want to put any like blame on them, right? That's not what I'm trying to do. But what sucks is like Craddock has stated in the past that he doesn't know who's in that light video, right? And they obviously, according to Fox 17, they can't identify who is in the video of SF. So why do they dismiss both those videos if they don't even know who's in them? That's very, very strange to me. I can't wrap my mind around that. But I'm not a cop. I'm not an investigator. And maybe they have something bigger and better. I don't know. We don't know, So that's also, we don't know. What do you guys think real fast? What's up, Cash? What's happening, mama? YouTubers save detectives a lot of time.
Sure do. They admitted to us that they fucking watched everything we did.
Yeah, that is true, Lori. Maybe they are not dismissing them. Maybe they're just telling us that. That's also very, very true. Good point. Very good point. I hope, I hope at this point, I hope they're not telling the truth. That's all I want. That's all I could say. She worked agriculture in the FBI. What in God's name? What is one? Oh, we have to Google this right now.
Oh shit! Wait, what?
What does one do in agriculture? Hold on, we're getting to the bottom of this one right now. Yeah, that's true.
Incoming.
What does an FBI agent that works in the agriculture department of FBI do? You texted me as I was voice doing it. What does an FBI agent that works in the agriculture department of the FBI do? It's not even reading it. Oh, yeah, it did. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Let's see what they do. Agriculture. I am environmental crime FBI. The FBI investigates criminal cases that have violated U.S. laws intended to protect the environment. She's the Green New Scam FBI agent. Climate change? Jen, you got to get the fuck out of here from here on out. I'm tired of hearing about you. That's what you did? Holy shit, people. Holy shit. U.S. laws intended to protect environment, human health, worker safety, and animal welfare. Well, that's kind of cool. USDA programs, operations personnel. Oh, we got a YouTube video about one. Let's see what's really going on. We have an ex-agent, kind of like Jen. Oh, Jen, what's really happening?
In early 2005, a data analytics center hired by the federal government contacted investigator Don Doles with some unusual findings. Doles never suspected.
Hold on, we're watching this together. This is the whole thing that's about it.
In early 2005,
Coffin that for your
a data
exposed.
analytics center hired by the federal government contacted investigator Don Doles with some unusual findings. Doles never suspected the information would kick off the biggest case of his career. Within months, Doles would be placing hidden cameras and rushing for his pistol to save.
All right, let's get an in-depth look at what Coffin Death does here, people. The cough. Remember, they called, what is it called? The Doff? What's the guy, the dude with the blonde hair? Guys, what's that guy's name? The Doff. Remember, come on, the dude from Baywatch, the Doff with Pamela. They call him the Doff. That's what they call him, the Doff, right? Who's the guy from Baywatch, man? The Doff. All the chicks used to think he's sexy and stuff with the hair and the red Speedos. Come on, y'all. Who is it? You guys know who I'm talking about. David Hasselhoff is who I'm talking about. They used to call him Hoff. David Hasselhoff. We're going to start calling Coffin Deffer the Cough. She's the Cough. She just doesn't have the sexy element that Dave does. Hoff, Cough, it's bad when you ain't looking as good as Hoff. It's back to that whole Bullhorn Betty and Dog the Bounty Hunter comparison. It's like the same fucking thing.
In early 2005, a data analytics center hired by the federal government contacted investigator Don Doles with some unusual findings. Doles never suspected the information would kick off the biggest case of his career.
The cough.
Within months, Doles would be placing hidden cameras and rushing for his pistol to save his life. Doles wasn't an ATF or FBI agent.
Oh.
He was in a job most might assume is a bit less traumatic. Agricultural investigator with the USDA General.
Tell us more.
The information given to Doles sent him after a North Carolina crop insurance agent and a network of more than 50 people who had defrauded the federal crop insurance program of an estimated $100 million.
They don't play. I mean, it's a lot of money. So farmers, especially these organized groups, don't take well to local people turning them in. And so
guys, the COF was investigating organized farmers. She was nowhere near the missing child division. Like, she just wanted to be on the missing child division, and good for her. Bless her heart. But she had to go down this hallway to her office, and they don't have an office really for the agricultural people. You get like they give you like a laptop on the tractor. Like, she didn't even go in the building. Let's listen to Doff give us some more of this.
They can get by. Yeah, I've had contracts out on me before.
Doles, who retired after 29 years of agricultural investigative work, estimates the percentage of USDA cases involving wrongdoing is in line with those of other federal programs.
Most farmers are honest people, and they just want to be left alone. Funny thing is that very little farming goes on without some sort of federal involvement now, and most of them try to do right.
Market to Market analyzed data from the annual reports of the USDA Office of Inspector General and found a rough relationship. His RMA contact,
10 or so names he gave us, was just down to the Liberty Warehouse, and
was surprised about some of the producers who were involved.
The farmers were struggling to make money. And
lady, you're investigating farmers. That's out of control. I mean, God bless your heart and everything, but geez, I mean, come on, keep it real with the you've been telling people you're doing missing children for all these times. Here, let me drop this in the link, y'all. This came this came in the Google search that I did. I said it. Here goes the doll's story about how he worked for the off-branch agriculture department at the FBI, where he was investigating farmers because, God damn it, they better not use too much fertilizer, or I'll write you a report. I'll write you a report. I will. I'll give you two, and it'll be double the fine. That's what the COF did. The COF did agriculture fines. She said, "Hey, look, too much chemicals coming in, and I'll give you a notice if those weeds don't get pulled." That's about the extent of her career. It makes sense because she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. And whenever we hear her talking about the case, we just catch her in the most simplest lie because she's a hater and because she has massive envy towards SF Investigates. And truth of the matter is, always wondered about this. Now we can confirm as a group and a community that SF has indeed found more missing people than her. Now, she may have busted more farmers than him, but hey, you win some, you lose some, the cough. No, I know. I'm clowning on her. Yes. Good comment, Amy. Look, the lady has her shit together. You can tell she lives in a nice house. I'm not hating on her agriculture career. Look, she's doing better. She looks like she's more well off than I am. But, you know, she just comes off completely biased. And she does come off like an idiot. She doesn't even come off like, it's just weird. If you listen, yeah, wifey's right. If you listen to any other, like,
she talks like any old person that doesn't really know her ass from her elbow. Just get some fucking point.
And then, like, today, I caught today she goes live, and you get the feeling that she has to speak on the footage that SF brought out. Like, what's the point? Like, you're purposely trying to, like, you're always crying about misinfo and drama and this and that, but you have to go live to speak on something which you lied about. Like, it's people, you feel like she's getting paid.
She spent so much time helping.
You feel like she's getting paid. Like, an example is, like, there's been certain things happening in this case where Not Bright Media, as soon as it happens, will start their shenanigans, right? And then here you come with Jen with the misinfo. You feel like she's getting paid. I don't know if she's trying to suck Seth. I don't know if they're fucking. If she wants to fuck him. I don't know what's going on, but it looks weird to me, people. It looks weird. You guys can't even deny that. It looks weird. And I'm not saying they're fucking. I don't know what they got going on. Maybe they just become friends. That's probably the more reasonable situation. She probably wants to help the dude. He isn't missing. He has a son that's missing, and she probably become friends with this guy and become attached to him. And she personally thinks she has to, like, you know, who knows, man? It's getting weird. I think she's worse than most because she knows better, and she has credentials that cause the public to believe. That's very good. Such a good point. Such a good point. It is very true. Oof. Rent and XBI. She puts out misinfo. She's just biased, man. And I think it's probably just weird for us to watch her because we're not used to watching, like, FBI agents and shit be biased. They hide it very well. You know what I mean? It's weird to watch her, kind of. And I'm not even trying to, like, make fun of her right now. It makes the FBI look weak when you watch her in this case, you know? But I'm sure some other people think different. Maybe they think she's the best thing since, like, a loaf of bread. Who knows? Lots of people are sent to Quantico. Hello, Noella, Matt, Maria. Ellen is in the house. Seth had the contact with the shady characters. Yes, mama. Yes, mama. Shout out to Cash Gernon Justice Family Organization. Y'all subscribe to that channel.
What if she's got something where, like, she's got to deal with them where they're exchanging info behind the scenes? What if not? There's no facts behind it. It's my brain thinking what out loud. But what if it's agreed upon that, like, okay, y'all put the shit out first, and then I'll speak about it afterwards? But
I'm sure that's going on.
Like,
I'm sure that's going on.
She's letting them get, like, you know.
Yeah, because I'm sure that's going on because YouTubers do that. Yeah, I'm sure.
She has intel or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
It's easy to control a narrative, guys. Like, so.
The streets, and she's supposed to be, you know, all professional, so they're working with each other, you know.
Yeah, of course. You see that all the time on YouTube where certain channels will hyper focus on a point of the case, right? It's because they're throwing their weight around, right? If I got 30,000 subscribers, right, and then this person has 40,000 and this person over here has 50,000, we can influence people, right? right? I'm not talking about you guys who are free thinkers, but
we all stand the same narrative.
Correct. Yeah. And if we can have a conversation about that right now out in the open, you guys really can't be that naive to think that people aren't going like this. Hey, yeah, this, yeah, okay, all right, yeah. Of course they are, 100%. I've played you voicemails exposing these people. You guys should, if you're watching this channel, you should know that goes down 100%. And that's what's happening, you know? So wifey's dead on what she's saying. But again, it's just weird. And I don't know if she's getting paid. I think she just become friends with this guy. Yeah.
I don't even know that they care 100% if it's real factual information. It's something.
They want the narrative. I think Coffin Defford, if I'm being completely honest with everybody, I think she looks like a good human being. Okay, I don't know her personally. She looks like she is. She
looks like she used to get bent over behind the barn while she's huffing her fucking.
She might have started. She might have got railroaded by the farmers, gang banged and all. I don't know, but you know, but if I'm looking at this, like it looks like she's a good person, and she probably formed a relationship with Seth, and it looks like she feels a need to fight misinformation, but at the same time, also she won't speak about where a lot of the misinformation comes from. She never talks about Not Bright, none of that, but she always talks about SF and all this, right? So I feel like she wants to help him. I don't know what type of person the Cough is, but I get the point that the Cough is wanting to help Seth. Obvious that's what's happening, right? And the Cough is trying to get involved, and the Cough definitely watches these YouTube streets. We hear her talk about it all the time. She's telling us all about the drama all the time. Lady, how much of the drama don't you like? Because you're fucking always watching it. You're always talking about it. So you can't not like it that much. You know what I mean? Like get real with it.
Ray Pearl said that young guy believe in life.
Testing out the new milking machine.
Yeah, they put her udders in.
All right. So let me show you how this guy has now, what we're going to see now from Dog the Bounty Hunter. I would replay that clip, guys, but I don't want to like hurt anybody or offend anybody. And that guy dropped that N-bomb like 100. One in the chat if you saw that before, and two in the chat if that's the first time you ever heard that before. One, if you've, there were some people who definitely have heard, not only heard it before, but knew the entire history behind it. And thank you for being here for you guys. So that phone call that I played is why Dog lost his show and things started going downhill for him because that got out. That phone call, I believe, is 13 years old or something like that. But I heard it for the first time today. But I'm very interested to see who else has. One, if you've heard it before. Two, if it was your first time hearing it. A lot of twos. Cool. Huh? The racist Dog the Bounty Hunter call. Yeah. I will drop the link in the chat as well. I'll let me drop the link real fast. Give me a second. I don't want to play it. I would like to play it again, but I don't want to offend anybody. No, because it's educational. We're ridiculing them. Yeah, I don't want to play it again, guys, but I will drop you guys the link. I'll do that. Hold on. Let's see. So the name of the channel is, I'll pause it. So the name of the channel is called Rummy Productions. RUMMY Productions. Capital R, capital P, one word. Rummy Productions. 208,000 views. Correction, 17 years ago. When you get a chance, have a look-see. Just have a look-see at those comments. Holy shit. But here it is for your viewing pleasure in the chat now. Give it a copy and paste. But what I would like to do is show this asshole, because now what we're going to see from Dog now is we've already saw the podcast push. So we saw him go on these national news media with the lawyer, right? And promote the dog cast, right? I've played the clips on these lives before. We've been keeping up with this very heavily on the channel. However, I have yet to hear the push for the book, his upcoming book. As of last night, I found it, and that's why we're doing this live. So now the wave of the book push is amongst us. And we're going to see, right, the book push, right? How many did you guys watch the Brolage interview and you saw Dog in there? Dog is 70 years old. That was not him. Somebody's controlling his account, in my opinion. No. Let me see. But let me show you this new interview. And what's interesting is Dog does these interviews on these Christian influencers, these Christian creators. So I jumped in the comments because how are you so holy and Christian when you're terrorizing the mother and the stepfather with a missing child case, interview after interview after interview, and you align yourself with these assholes that make these cartoons of them, that put them down? How are you so Christian? Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I believe in Jesus, but I'm not a perfect Christian. I'll be the first to tell you that. But I'm also not going on big platforms saying that I am. So this interview come out 164,000 subs. There was a fundraiser done on it. Where's the views at? We got almost 80,000 views. The comments here are very interesting. Nothing like the racist rant video, but a lot of Christians in here. All I did is get in here and tell the truth, which was, you could see it. He speaks about being saved and a Christian, which is awesome, by the way, but he convicts the parents of an active Amber Alert without evidence in the Sebastian Rogers case. What kind of Christian goes on national news telling Americans that the parents have committed foul play? The investigators in the case do not agree with his logic. Not to mention, he aligns himself with Not Bright Media, which are racist, convicted frauds, and ordered prostitutes to their neighbors and then call the police on them. Just saying. Dude needs to lay off the Botox. Is the audio good? Oh, there it is. And there it is, people. 9 lives and counting, just in case anybody was not believing what we've been saying on this channel for months now. There's the book. We now know, after seeing all those media interviews and all that stuff, we now know there's a dog cast. It's streaming on all platforms, actually. leave it a 5-star review on all platforms. And here you have Dwayne the Dog Chapman.
Does this caption say doing it doggy style?
No. Interesting enough, what I found interesting though, throughout part 1 of part 2, there's 2 parts to this interview. The exploiting Sebastian Rogers is over with. It helped with the Dogcast, and it helped with a lot of subscribers on all the social medias. I forget what channel broke down since Dog got involved, the number of followers he's gotten on each platform. I forget who did that. Somebody did that. Do what? On this, you'll notice there's nothing about Sebastian said. It's people's words that we gotta just listen to. All we can do is listen to what he's saying, right? And this thing is flooded with lies, people. This thing is flooded with lies. I'm gonna play 10 minutes out of this and break down so many lies. Well, I don't know. Once he starts getting into his story, we can start chopping the lies down. But I don't know when the story part starts, so just work with me here, and we'll chop it down. Let me drop this link for your viewing pleasure in the chat. Receipt. Oh, no sound? Shit, thank you. Give me a second. You haven't missed shit anyhow. You saw the book, that's all that matters. He hasn't said nothing nothing good, so give me a second. Thank you. I don't know why the audio cuts out like this, man. Bullshit. All right, here we go. Let's try it this time. Give me a couple of ones in the chat.
I was a raised Assembly of God.
Yeah.
My mother was
Where?
in Denver, Colorado.
Uh-huh.
My mother was the 4th or 5th generation of women preachers. So I was raised like really strict.
The Botox.
I sang specials. Mom played the organ and the accordion, and I played the tambourine. And every other.
Somebody get me the goddamn number. We're doing a live call. I just remembered all the lies he told me. He said on this. I just remembered all the fucking lies he said on this. Somebody find the goddamn number. We're calling him up.
The Wednesday from about 8 or 9 years old, I would start off the Wednesday service by giving a testimony, because always miraculous things have always happened to my life, and the preacher would get like the Spirit would come in and say, "Tell us about what happened."
Oh shit!
My mother would just put me up there, and away I went. So then,
got to recognize people who showed some love. Hold on, time out. We got Charming, who become a member. What happened here? There it is. Rakin, I appreciate you, Rakin, for becoming a member. And we got Shauna. Shauna for 9 months. What's up, Shauna? Good to see you. He played, what does that say? He played the, I guess so. We're calling, that's it. Yeah, we're definitely calling. I've called this guy a couple times.
And
they get mad.
My father was very, very, very physical, beat me. And I couldn't shower in school and all that because I had complete welts.
Now, was your father a Christian? He thought this was okay, or what?
When he died, he was, but
when he was doing this, he was not.
No, he wasn't. He was, my sister called him a dry alcoholic, whatever that is. So he was a Christian. And about 13, I got sick of the beatings and I pulled a knife on him. And I told him, "You're done. Don't touch me." My dad was a heavyweight boxer champion in the Navy. So he started to come at me and I told him.
All right. How could you guys not hear it? I'm not understanding how. We can't hear it. You're going to think I'm following you. Okay, wait. What's up, Bex? Is that live? No, this is not live. Tim C, that's right. They're teachers. So you guys can hear it. Can you hear it or not? You guys could hear it. Yeah, what's up, rapper? That's right. Betty's going to the jail soon. There's always like one troll who fucks the whole vibe up. All right, you get a timeout.
I will cut you. And so he threw all my clothes, busted the windows in the bedroom, threw all the clothes out the street. And my mom told my grandpa, come get him right now. So I left home, and all of a sudden, everybody in authority was my enemy. I hated cops. I called them pigs. I hated anybody in authority. I quit school in the 7th grade. I can't read still today. My Francie reads to me, and other people do too.
There's no way that I believe this guy can't read. Come on, people. Like, stop. He can read, y'all.
I just completely went crazy. So at 15, I would go to concerts and I would see these guys that were very respected. They all had black leather jackets on.
Holy shit!
Back said Hell's Angels. And I thought, whoa, man, these guys, everybody moves out of their way. All the girls love them. They got these choppers. It's really cool. So at 15 years old, I joined the Devil's Disciples, which is
shit. I gotta stop the chat right now because I know the green team's lurking. Yeah, good comment. He can't read, but he's in all the chats. Oh, this is fucking awesome. This is awesome. The dude can't read, but he wrote a book. Pick it up on Amazon, 20% off today. He can't read, right? But he's always in the chats saying slick shit. Go back to the Lore Lodge interview. And how about if you can't read, how are you responding to the chats? Stop it, right? Dude, everything they do, they epically fail.
Sister club to the Hells Angels. And my mother, of course, would say, son, why do you join the Hells or the Devil's Disciples? I said, Mom, it's not spelled the same way as disciples as it was. She'd go, whatever, it's still the same. So 15 years old, I became the sergeant of arms at a fake ID. Back then, we bought them cheap to say I was 19. And I became the sergeant of arms, a national chapter of the Devil's Disciples.
And so this is a motorcycle gang.
This is a motorcycle 1% outlaw club.
What year?
So I'm going to give you guys a spoiler alert because I'm very excited about the massive lie that we're all about to encounter together. In the next few minutes, we're going to learn that, there's so many lies. I'm going to need you guys' full attention, and that's the only reason I'm doing a spoiler alert. But here in the next minute, the pile of fuck shit upon us goes a little something like this. I was involved in a motorcycle gang that used to kill and rape people, but they nicknamed me Dog, which is God backwards. And then I went and told my mom that the gang called me Dog, which was God backwards. And my mom was like, no, don't run with the gang. And then one day, me and the gang members went to buy some weed. And we went to the guy's house, me and my gang brothers, to buy some weed. And my gang brother goes in the house to buy the weed. And I was like, don't rob him. He's cool. He's my friend. And then the guy runs in the house and comes out bleeding. And he robs him. So what had happened was, then I made a call, and I didn't hang up the phone. And then what happened was the police were listening, so they knew where we were. Dude, whoa, flag on the play. There's way too many violations at this point. Wait, timeout, violations, flag on the play. He tells like 97 and a half lies within 2 people. Get ready for a whole bunch of fuck shit coming your way. This is why we're here, people. I'm so glad you guys are here because I completely missed the whole, I'm writing a book, but I can't read. I can't read, but I'm in the chats. Now, if you can believe he said that, which we just confirmed, holy shit, grab some popcorn for this pile of shit.
years are we talking about? This is the late 60s, early 70s?
Late 60s.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
No way.
then
You'd be wasted.
fast forward, I moved to Texas and we were
You're not exactly walking with God at this point.
oh no, I'm completely evil.
You're
Just
completely evil.
Completely. So I was not I wasn't evil, but I was mean. No demons came in, but they were hovering around me.
Yeah.
I wasn't demon possessed. I was demon oppressed.
Yeah.
And so at 15, I'm 33.5% Apache, and we get nicknames at 15 biker.
I'm just saying, I've never heard an Apache, an Indian, a Cherokee, any type of light brown, tan, vaguely beige person ever say the N-word 97.5 times like you let it rip. Never. They're like peaceful people. They don't even like think that. They're spiritual people. Not buying that.
Gave you nicknames, gave all the club. So the president brought me in and he said, you always pray before you eat, because some of the food they ate.
You still did that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't
guys, you gotta roll back to
turning my back on God.
Yeah.
Just 3/4 of the way.
Yeah.
So at 15, he said, sit down. We're going to, we dub you. They name you like a knight.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And he said, I've been thinking about this. You always pray. I always started the fights. That was a sergeant of arms job. I was a black belt in karate. Again, my father was a champion boxer. So I took boxing, golden gloves. I won all that.
I'm already lost with there's so many lies going on right now. We have to time it out for a second. Chat, isn't he 12 years old? How does he already have a black belt at 12? That it takes you like years though to get that. Anyway, we could probably let that go. His father is who the fuck ever heard of Dog the Bounty Hunter Grant beating Mike Tyson up? But let's work with it. These are just like white lies. These are the easy ones. Let's keep rolling.
So I could throw down, still can. So he said, we're going to nickname you Dog, which is God spelled backwards, because you're always talking about God. So I went to mom and said, Mom, please listen to this. She's like, oh, that don't know.
Hey.
And so everything I tried to do that was toward the Christian way to help my mom think it was okay. You know how some Christians do us. So I tried, Mom, it's okay. They call me Dog, which is God spelled backwards. And I'm like, she goes, that's
and this is when your mother had to clarify, yes, backwards.
Yes.
Backwards. Do you understand?
Bull markets turn everyone into a stock market genius.
All
Bear
right,
markets reveal who truly is.
If
your portfolio isn't hedged, you're gambling. A single market correction could wipe out years of gains. For nearly a decade, my friends at Noble Gold Investments have helped investors diversify by your downside risk.
Blood of Jesus is, I'm covered in it. I'm never going to do that. And I never.
Look at the Botox on this guy. Holy shit. Just look at the Botox injections.
And they never got inside me, because I would say, I rebuked demons even 2 weeks ago out of my own self. And I anointed myself with oil and said, in the name of Jesus, this thing has got to get away from me.
You're a young man. You got in with a very, very, very rough crowd. You're the sergeant.
So like, why, my first question, if I'm the interviewer, right, is I'm like, okay, I hear what you're saying and it sounds good. Right. But like, and I can actually relate the Dog, because I've been incarcerated and I have experience with gangs. But here's what I didn't do at those times of my life: think or talk about God. So this guy is trying to sell you a story that, like, what person of like God do you guys know that's running with gangbangers? And he just said he's violent. He's a 3rd-degree black belt. Like, there's all this. Like, are you like a person of the church, or are you in the streets? Like, what is going on here? Like, what is really happening here? Like, you're trying to like play every angle of the game here. And in reality, it doesn't work like that. Because if you were a man of God or close to God, or even if you talked about God half as much as you're doing in this interview, you would have found yourself staying on the streets and not inside the prison. I don't know.
At arms for the Devil's Disciples biker gang.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Moving forward, being a part of the Devil's Disciples bike gang, that's pretty godly.
What happens now?
Well, the biker gangs, there's a bunch of them. Okay. But the one percenters were the most evil, and they did the killings, robbings.
What do you mean the one percenters?
It's called, it's a 1 in their percent sign. There's 1% of evil, and we were that.
So your gang, the Devil's Disciples, was
a 1 percenter club.
Now, what do you say? You said we did the killings. I mean, was this organized crime? I mean, what was your MO? What are you doing?
Organized crime.
Yeah, really.
We were.
What happened to Jesus? Wait a minute. But what would Jesus do?
As dangerous as the mafia.
Yeah.
The mafia didn't mess with us. So then I got married at 16, had my first child, and I held Dwayne Lee in my arms and was like,
okay, so let me go back to that. Very, very, I got to give this person credit. They're hella paying attention to the story because they just called it. Bam, right there on the screen. This is all while he is 15. They're listening to what he's saying. I'm stopping it. They're typing. They're reading. 15 people. We're only at 15. This dude, he's got a black belt. He can't read. He's God. He's dog backwards. He's in 15 different gangs. Dog is living like that. Now, he's only 15 at this point. Let's continue. His dad has already won the Golden Gloves and the national championship for heavyweight division in the boxing league. Duh.
I took him naked outside like Kuta Kente and held him up to the Lord and said,
"Wrong with this guy.
I dedicate this baby to you because I still had God inside me." Life went on. I was still a disciple, but I kind of backed off. So one night we're there,
in this,
and somebody gets me on the phone. I forget. I think it was Dave O'Shell, a Christian. I dream that in my chopper, I hit the back of a car, and what I dream is they're zipping me up in a body bag. And he tells me, "Listen," Rick Ivy and him say, "Listen, you need to change your life right now. God's fixing to get on you." That's what that dream's about. And I'm like, F God, he don't love me. And that was the word. The next day, my brothers come over and they say they're drunk. And one of my sisters was with them, all bikers. And they said, "Let's go coyote hunting." I said, okay, because I love to hunt. So I brought a 30-06, a coyote collar. We got in the car. We drove over. They said, my brothers are so drunk, said we need to buy some marijuana.
So he's 16. He's got a strap. They're going to buy drugs. Yeah. Just making sure everyone's on the same page, which is good to see in the comments. But you ain't hear nothing yet. You have not heard nothing yet. What I will promise you is this is a one of two. This is a one of part 2 interview, and I cannot wait for part 2 to come back. I've already subscribed to the channel. This randomly came on my feed yesterday, and I've already subscribed to the channel, and I am anticipating part 2. I just want to hear the lies. You ever know when someone's lying to you, and you don't stop them because you as they're lying to you, you're like nodding your head as they're lying to you. And in your mind, you're like, this piece of shit. Like, how dumb does this person think that I am? Let's see how many more lies they'll tell me. This is what I'm doing watching this video.
So we drove over to this guy named Jerry's house. And we pull up in front, and my brother's really drunk, right? He's like, I need to go in there and rob this guy. What we did was rob hippies. Uh-huh. So we would set up a drug deal, 2 pounds of pot, 25,000 hits of L. Go, "Hi, this is Peter Paul, and this is Mary. Give me your dope, hippie." And they'd be like, "Here," right? So that's how we pushed dope. We didn't make it, we stole it. So I,
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
So I told Donnie, don't, he's, I'm going to rob this guy. I go, no, you're not. He's my friend. Leave him alone, buy the Buddha and get outside.
Okay, this is where the lies are very hard to understand and they get massively, massively worse. So right now, him and Donnie are about to go get, for some odd reason, they're about to go buy some weed because half a second before this, they rob people for the drugs and money. So this time they're going to go buy the drugs. Very possible. We can understand that. So they're going to Dog's friend's house. Okay. Now he's with his devil disciple brother, 1%er. Okay. Let's continue.
So he goes in the house. All of a sudden, we're all in the car. We hear boom. And we all look, and Donnie, disciple, comes running outside with a shotgun in 2 pieces.
Just chill.
And his hand is bleeding all over. We got in the car. He's all bloody. I said, get him to the hospital. What happened? On the way to the hospital, he said, he tried to rob me, grabbed the gun. I hit him in the shoulder. So I said, drop me off at the house. They took Donnie to the hospital. I called 911. My first wife said her name was LaFonda. I called 911 on a Prince's phone.
Fonda.
And I said, you need to go to.
Is this a joke at this point? Is that, wait, what was the black girl's name? Okay, it probably is LaFonda. Monique, you're right. My bad.
Such Prairie Drive. And when I hung it up, it didn't hang up. And as I told her what happened, they were.
Okay, hold on. I have to repeat. Give me 1 second. People, put yourself at the crime scene.
House. They took Donnie to the hospital. I called 911. My first wife said her name was LaFonda. I called 911 on a Prince's phone. And I said, you need to go to such Prairie Drive. And when I hung it up, it didn't hang up. And as I told her what happened, they were recording it on 911. So I drove over there. He's the victim. Jerry's on a stretcher with an oxygen thing on, and they moved.
There's a lot to say here. I don't believe any of it. But how are you in a gang? Your brother goes to rob somebody. Now you decide, first off, what gang members like, yeah, let me call the cops, get them some help because my gang brother just robbed them. Dirt. That's the last thing that you would do. The fact that you did it makes you a complete moron. But you say you pull out your phone on a burner and call the police to get the guy assistance. So where's the call to your wife, LaFonda? So you can't call the police on your burner phone. You would have to hang up to then call LaFonda or vice versa. Like, dog, stop it right now, dog. Just let's continue, people.
Move it. And there's Deputy Love, who became my friend before he died last year. And they said, who was it? And he said, the Devil's Disciples. And I'm standing right there. And they said, was it Dog? And he goes, no, it was his brothers. And I'm like, oof.
Ethan's
thank
on,
God, right?
Ethan's on the.
So
he's already doing a
lie. They drove him to Amarillo. And in the morning at 6 o'clock, the alarm went off and said, Dog Chapman is being sought for the shotgun slaying massacre.
Short legs with the fucking logic. With the logic. We got another. I can't read. Yeah, for God's sakes, what cell phones were back in 1968, dog? Dude, you gotta stop. I'm muted. He had a burner cell phone in the 60s. I don't recall ever seeing anybody with one when I look at the Woodstock photos, but somehow Dog had one. Holy shit. This is fucking out of control. This is the person promising us they're going to find Sebastian Rogers. Remember Christmas? Nick the Hat with his teeth? We will find Sebastian Rogers. We will, me and Dog. And they always like source Dog. Like he's any less of a moron than Hung is. Holy shit, people. Holy shit. What in God's name? Dunce. This is the Dunce Squad. What the fuck? What the fuck? Time traveler. Holy shit. So he's got to sell. What'd you have? AT&T? Was it Cricket? Metro PCS? Who'd you have in the 60s, Dog? Holy shit. Let's continue. I told you this fucking interview is horrific. It is loaded with lies.
Oliver last night in Pampa, Texas. And I was like, oh my God.
Thanks, Lori, for the.
So went to jail. I was charged with first-degree murder, all of us.
Okay, but you were innocent of that.
Yeah, we didn't know he was going to. None of us knew. He didn't even know. He was going to rob the guy. The guy grabbed the gun.
Yeah,
so it wasn't.
Yeah. So even it wasn't first-degree murder on your brother's part.
Right. So we go to jail. All our bonds, 50,000. And I'm like, there's no way I'm making, and I thought this ain't going to happen. I didn't commit the murder. And there doesn't have to be a snitch because none of us snitched. Donnie goes, I admit it. I did it. And if I'd had an automatic, I'd have got his wife too. And I'm like, ooh, okay. Well, thank you, Donnie. And so the next day, this pastor comes to me named Jared in the jail, the jail preacher.
Yeah.
And there's this little thing where they feed you and all that. And he opens it up and I go, hi. And he goes, yeah, I'm so-and-so. I go, I know all about these guys. And I'm Assembly God. I go, I really know about these guys. And he goes, what's your name? I said, Dog. He goes, is that God spelled backwards?
People.
And I'm like, who? How did you know that? Of course, I knew about discernment and all that. So I'm like,
wait for it. Wait for it.
Wow.
Wait for it.
He said, I'm going to pray that God lowers your bond. And I go, go ahead, preacher. It ain't going to work. Next day, we go to court. My bond's lowered to $5,000. 10%.
Okay. Just to recap. Dog gets to jail. Now, he gets to jail. Okay. They book him, Dano. They got Dog booked. And his bond is extremely high for this. And they have the video evidence from the 60s cell phone. They have DNA. They have it all, people. And the pastor goes to his cell out of nowhere. Goes, what's your name? Did you know that's Dog spelled backwards? And just so you know, tomorrow, God is lowering your bond a little bit. It's your special day, homeboy. Walks off and magically, just like that, magically. Well, I'll let him tell you.
Percent 500. My grandpa flew from Colorado, same grandpa that I moved in with, bonded me out right then.
Bam, just like that.
So I said, uh-oh.
You're 17 years old.
Just like
and
that.
You are now out on bail, first-degree murder, even though you didn't commit first-degree murder. And
the art of keeping
you're asked to clean
this
church.
Well, the pastor that visited me in jail gave me a job. So I go in the church and I always sang. And so I'm fit on the tape with singing.
Because that
I say, God, I'm so sorry that I did this. Please help me. Please help me. Go to trial in a year, thinking it's okay. I'm going to walk. Again, I didn't dedicate all the way to the Lord. The jury stood up and said, we find all 4 defendants guilty. And I'm like,
so a year later,
that go to trial.
You are found. How do they find you guilty?
Spoiler. And only to tell you guys this because we have incoming shenanigans coming on. I have to pause it and do a spoiler alert to give you guys I have to alert you guys far ahead of time when the massive shenanigans are said. So you guys know I've been in the joint. Okay. So we could use me to confirm some of these prison stories that we're about to be told. Okay. Holy shit. Grab the popcorn and get ready to get lied to. Get ready to be lied to. Let's continue.
Guilty when obviously,
because in the state of Texas, and right after the year after that,
Yeah.
77, they changed the law. If you were there during a felony and you didn't call the police, you were just as guilty. Remember the old saying?
yeah,
If you steal a candy bar and the
Yeah.
guy's in the car and you split with him and share it, you're both guilty.
Yeah.
That's a
This or like
Texas
this?
law.
yeah.
So I'm like, no way.
Probably
That
like the
can't
other way,
happen.
right? How do you
So
want it? Like
Judge
that or the other
Granger
way?
McElhaney sentenced all of us, and he gave the girl probation, another one of my brothers 8 years, gave the trigger man 10, and gave me 5 years and a day. So off I go to the Texas Department of Corrections
Jesus
at
Christ, let's go.
2017. Well, I was actually 18. Sorry, back up when it happened. 20-something years old, I go to Texas.
Wait a minute, dog. Whoa, hold on, dude. What just happened? We lost people. How many years did we just lose? You were just 16. You were just 16. We're listening to the story. The pastor just came to you. Remember, dog? The pastor came and said, listen, tomorrow, your bond, I know it's 500,000, but tomorrow, God, it's dog spells backwards. It's going to lower it to 5,000. And then your dad got you out. And then what happened was the pastor, who you have no clue, you've never met this guy before, hires you when you come home. But how did we lose 3 years? Come on, dog. Stop it right now. You know, you not only can't read, evidently you can't do math that well either.
And all of a sudden, I'm in the penitentiary for murder. Now, you don't go in there with burglars back then. Where Clyde Barrows stood, I stood in the same field, Bonnie and Clyde. And around me was guys that killed their mothers. You talk about demons. You talk about live demons that would say, in the name of Jesus, fly. And I'm like, oh my God, right? What am I doing in here? And then I told the Lord that, and I'm like, why am I here? And the Lord said, you see every brick this prison's built out of? That's the laws you broke. And you know better than anybody, you're going to reap what you sow.
Doesn't even make sense.
And I said, all right.
All right.
You know, what can I do? I'm there 5 years and a day. Lord, what do you want me to do? So I opened the Bible. In the holding cell, it was a Gideon. And it was probably the only Bible there. Okay. And in my cell was the Gideon and the book by Nicky Cruz, Cross and the Switchblade.
Well, no, David Wilkerson wrote The Cross and the Switchblade. Nicky Cruz is in the book.
So wait a minute. Whoa. I'm to believe that you magically got the only Bible, and I'm looking at this fucking book that the dude just checked you on. This has got 1990s to 2025 at the very minimum all day. This fucking book was not in your cell in 1968 with your magical cell phone. Somebody Google it. Somebody please Google The Cross and the Switchblade by David Wilkerson. I call fuck shit right now. Holy shit, people.
In the book, yes.
What the fuck?
The book,
yes,
yes,
in
sir.
the book, yeah.
So I point down, love is stop me, feed my sheep. And then as I look out, I'm like, what does that mean? And I look out and there's everybody, 80% from the Black tribe guys there. And he goes, we're being led like a bunch of sheep, little Davey tells me. And I go, it's not called sheep, bro. It's called cattle. And I realized, oh my God. Now in Texas back then, you don't say Jesus, because they'd kill you. Once you hit the penitentiary, no more Jesus.
Really?
It's like mentioning Jesus in hell.
It's that evil.
Done.
It's that.
Okay, people, this is the worst lie he's said so far. What he's trying to portray to the audience here is You are not allowed to say the word Jesus in jail, or you'll be killed. Like, they will kill you. It's actually worse than hell. Like, dude, stop it right now. Like, there's so many like Christian groups in the jails. There's all type, like, dudes pray. I've seen it. There, people go to chapel services. People sing. Like, dude, what are you talking about? So you, I know, dog. I know you went to the really bad prison, right? Where if somebody says Jesus, they'll like fucking, they will outright kill you. As soon as you finish the word, they'll behead you. You better not say it.
That evil.
You don't mention Jesus in hell, I bet you.
I'm gonna go get a beer.
Some water on your tongue, but you better watch saying Jesus in hell.
Wow.
So it was the same way. So I had to really, you know, when I said blessings, I had to do it by myself. Or you had to really watch it. So all of a sudden, I start saying, this is it. Lord, I'm so sorry. Man, why did I do this to you? So all of a sudden, I get a job. The most prestigious job in prison is the warden's barber. Now, I never got a haircut my whole life.
Even to this day.
No.
So just so everybody's on the same page here. When you go to prison, yes, it is true. They give you a job. Now, wouldn't you know, just like the cell phone that he had in 1968, just like he can't read, but he wrote a book, just like when he got there with a high bond, he doesn't know this pastor, and the pastor says, are you dog spelled backwards? Bond set tomorrow is going to be lowered, and makes bond and works for the dude. Just like he ends up with the only Bible in the whole jail, also a book that was written in the 1997 he had in 68. Wouldn't you believe that dog gets so lucky, gosh darn it, he scores a job with the fucking warden.
So I write down, you know, I lie and say, I want to apply for this
You don't say.
job. I used to be a barber in the free world, right?
Yeah.
And the warden's like, okay. So I get the job.
Yeah.
Cut his hair, mess it up, get a second chance, got it. So they love me. The warden just is like, man, you're going to be something someday, dog. And I was like, thank you. Now, and so one night, this guy had an epileptic fit, right? And this is what the reason the warden started loving me. And so I was raised, you know, now it's different. There's some demonic and some your mind.
Of course. Yeah.
And this guy started on the ground, right? And one of the guys got a big toilet.
Okay, I don't know what a princess phone is. So is a princess phone something that was that back in the 60s? Let me get rid of this banner. So he may have had the phone. I don't want to take anything from him. We don't need to at this point, but we do need to be truthful. He just keeps patting his own. All right. 1959 was the book, Ethan. Holy shit. A trustee. Yes. So, okay. Spoiler alert. Massive lie alert. He gets the job with the warden. Now, the first time he cuts the warden's hair, he messes it up. Dog himself has never had a haircut. And he's never cut hair before. But the second time he cuts the warden's hair, he knocks it out of the ballpark. What, you don't believe me? He'll tell you.
Brush was this big, and they were going to kill him. He was coming out. You stick it down their throat so they don't get the tongue. And they started bringing it.
They were going to kill him because he's having an epileptic fit.
Because you don't do that.
You don't. What do you mean? You don't?
How'd that slip by me? Like, why would an inmate kill another inmate because they're having a seizure? This is out of control. Like, why? Why? This is so stupid. They're going to help the dude. They're going to help him. Why would they kill him? Holy shit. Who does that? Who says people? Now, guys, seriously, if this is who you guys need in head of, if you ever have a missing child case, you're definitely going to hire this guy because he's not only truthful, he has wait till you, this guy actually will team up with Not Bright Media if you wouldn't believe that. And between the two of them,
Don't do that.
You don't do that kind of fit.
But nobody chooses to have an epileptic fit.
You do it, you're dead.
no, that's not
They're not
true.
going for that.
You're not dead. No.
So I was
They're
raised
not
by
going for that, he says.
Reverend Fred Steinman, and he was a demonologist in Chicago, professor.
You know,
And I'm
you don't do
telling
that.
you, man. So I knew what to do. So I was like, okay, here we go. So I run up there and say, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I cast you out, you son of.
This guy's having an epileptic fit, and you believe that this is a demonic manifestation.
Yes.
So you go up there to cast the demon out so that they don't murder him.
Yes.
Wait a minute. By his own words, though, wouldn't by default he be dead? Because if he says, I'm going to cast the demon out. So I went up there and I said, you get out of here by the name of Jesus. But by his own words and by technically default, wouldn't he be dead? Because don't they kill you for saying Jesus? Dog, you can't even keep up with these lies.
So the warden the next day, I tell him the story and he goes, what? Where's that at? And I go, give me a Bible, I'll show you. So I show him.
It's amazing that you
only one in the whole place and you had it. Dog, stop it right now, dog. Stop it. You already said you had the only Bible in the prison. There can't be an extra one for right there by the conversation with the warden.
You knew this, that you're in this
I'm
place
raised
in life,
Assembly of
but
God,
you
brother.
knew this stuff. Yeah.
I'm raised Pentecostal.
Yeah.
So I become warden's pet. So the big warden came to see me because I was known for haircuts all through. And so I tell the big warden what happened. About why you in there for murder, boy. What'd you do? Shoot your wife and the guy making love to her? Back then in those days, you walk in and catch a woman, you shoot him, no charge.
Right.
It's a crime of passion or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't believe that. Something I just not gonna believe that one. Anybody been around since the 60s and has, let's do a simple Google search. I have to fact check this. Please hold. Please hold. We have to fact check this. We have to fact check. In the 1960s, could I kill my wife if I caught her porking another man? No, I'll be arrested for murder, it says. Oh, wait a minute here. Can you shoot a person having sex with your wife, spouse? In the night, it says until 73, it was legal in Texas for a husband to kill. Wait a minute, he might be right about this. I'm not gonna take nothing from him. Wait a minute. In 73, it was legal in Texas for a husband to kill someone caught having sex with his wife, providing that the killing takes place before the parties to act have separated. So you would literally have to kill. I didn't know that. So he's actually right about that. Damn, that's crazy. Only in Texas. So you have to literally walk in, and Noelle's legs have to be wrapped around her head, dude railroading her, and that's the only reason I could blast him. But how do you prove that? That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, whatever. We'll give him one.
Yeah. I tell him the story that night. I get arrested for lying to the warden. I walk in the next day. You have a trial. He said,
only in Texas, guys. Only in Texas.
I go, no. Well, yeah, I heard their story. I called your sheriff. You know, I knew his daddy. His daddy was known as the one-armed sheriff. And then he had a baby named Aroof who had 2 arms. I called him. He told me the same story you did, son.
Maroof?
And I told him, why is he in the penitentiary? Roof said, well, the Army won't take him. They said they'd take women and children before they take him, his record. And I'm going to take.
Is he talking about Julia?
Hey, something, Warden, that man's going to be something someday. And he goes, dog, Chapman, I agree. And I promise you, son, he said, your birthday's Groundhog's Day, as you call it. But this year, 1979, February the 6th, you're the hell out of here, boy.
And Botoxed up.
Now, you go be something. Do you hear me? Part 1.
You have no idea.
And you're telling me that
racking.
You get out and you become a bounty hunter.
And then I go straight to the post office.
Watch this, people.
And I start.
Holy shit. Incoming fuck shit alert. Incoming fuck shit alert.
Looking at the top 10, and I look at them. I go into order badge.
Well, who put that idea in your head?
God.
Seriously.
God.
You get out of prison.
Right. And I had
you got a plan, and your plan is I'm going to be a bounty hunter.
Yes. Bounty hunters. I watched The Lone Ranger, Steve McQueen, Wanted, Dead or Alive. They were all guys that had a past.
Right.
And became lawman.
Exactly.
But at the bottom totem pole.
So you need a past check.
Just a whole bunch.
You got a pass. And you have a desire to be on the right side of the law.
I'll stop right here. We'll do part 2. So I go in, make all these copies of the top 10. I go into a police supply store to get my
incoming fuck shit alert
badge. And I act like an undercover cop, right? And I'm like, hi. And they're like, hi, your name? I said, Detective Chapman. Hi. I said, I lost my badge. Here's a book. You want to order one? I go, yeah. So I go, I'd like that one right there. I picked the Texas Star. And he said, what's your badge number? Detective? And I was like, ooh, can't say your social security number. So guess what I said? 271097. It was my prison number. It's still on my badge today. And
How many numbers are on a police officer's badge number in the state of Texas? Dude, 3 digits. What the fuck?
all the numbers, I had no idea. It's exactly right. 271097. 6 numbers.
It's 5.
And then
I wore it as a literal badge of honor.
I carry that thing.
So just for fact check references, from what I found, it's between 3 and 5, depending what department you work in. This dude just winged it. Says he gave his DOC number. It's just me for no reason. I don't like it. So I Google it. It's between 3 and 5 numbers. State of Texas for the badge number, depending what department you work on. And there's a million different things. He's got 6. So he goes there. He throws out he like does the sneeze thing. Detective Chapman. Like the guy's not going to pick it up. And let's just say the guy misses that. Like the number that you provide the guy for your weapon has to match up to the detective on the roster. Like we're to believe you snuck by Detective Chapman in an extra number that's not on the badge. Stop it right now. So the point of this entire interview, people, there's not a person on the green team that can sit here and watch 3 minutes of this and not catch this dude in 45 and a half lies. But we're to believe that truth serum, we're to believe that every fucking generic and green hoodie and all this marching bands and all this dumb shit that they've been saying for months is truthful. Stop it. It literally sounds to me like Dog made it up and Not Bright tweeted it. Dog made it up and Not Bright tweeted it. Is what I think happened.
Just like I do my.
I'm sorry we're out of time. I can't believe this, but we're ending on a high note. Show and tell. Look at this. It's been an honor to sit here and talk with you.
And
thank you.
Thank you for
there's a
sharing your
badge
story.
number there,
I know
too.
there's more. I want to have you
Hang in there.
back
Hold
to
on, let me
continue
go
it.
back.
But in the meantime, folks,
No, there's
brand
no way
new
it's
book,
fucked. That's
9
it.
Lives.
All right, I lost it.
I believe that Jesus deliberately.
I'm gonna drop it right now in the chat. It is fucking hilarious. I watched that last night and I'm like, I'm just gonna do a live on this because if I did not show you that clip and I tried to remember the lies, you wouldn't even believe me. Like I actually forgot a lot of them. And the best part about this whole thing is we have a part 2 to do. That's only part 1. He's just warming up. He's just warming up. We're going to have all types of shenanigans after on the next one. So man, we're definitely. What the fuck? All right, this thing is, it was incredible. What? That was comedy gold. I'll tell you what I've done. If you just put in Dog the Bounty Hunter on YouTube, that's the most simple. Here's what you should do. This is what I did. Put Dog the Bounty Hunter exposed in your YouTube search. That's where I found that racist rant, which is disgusting. And if you're watching this on the replay, same instructions. I dropped that in chat. That is disgusting, and I hope some of you channels in here take that and really run with it because that is disturbing. You know, I never knew that. A lot of you did. It's ugly. You know, who are they to call anybody a racist? That's your friend. Like the dude said the N-word like 100 times. What? That's going all over Twitter tomorrow with this live, with some tags actually. But yeah, just put Dog the Bounty Hunter exposed in YouTube search, and it's well worth the content that will serve you for the next coming hours. Here's what you will learn. Dog the Bounty Hunter is not a good dad. And that's not my opinion. That is coming from his own daughters. You'll learn there's a racist rant email. You will learn all types of shit about how much of a scumbag he was to work with, this and that. It is just an interesting find. It's an interesting wormhole to go down. Yeah, but the daughters, one of the daughters, Lisa. So I didn't want to say this, but I will say it because I do know that some of you will take the instructions and do the search. What was her name? Lisa? I don't want to even say the wrong name. One of his daughters says that one of his friends touched her and stuff like that. So it's not just comedy hour. It's interesting because it is. You get to know who we're dealing with because people. This is and the only reason I'm telling you about any of this is these are once again people attaching themselves to a missing child. We have to answer questions. We have to ask questions. Who are these clowns that came in on this case? You know, what, you know, we have to protect children in general. And we should always be wary about people who are trying to attach themselves and be so overly caring and be so overly wanting to help. Well, we hear what you're saying, but the background patterns are not matching up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what was important about this. And it's all receipts. So we can laugh about catching people in lies, nothing wrong with that. It's actually, it was fucking comical. But who knows written in the stars? He said 6 numbers, detective. One, what do you say? 2, 7. No, he said 6 numbers. I watch it back. You'll see. Unmuted. I don't know why it keeps muting me. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell is happening. Keeps doing it. I guess you can just order a badge, I guess, you know. Impersonating an officer. It's comedy, people. You have to watch this shit. Canvassing Crime gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate that very much. And my bad back became a new member. Same as Charming Jenna. I'm fucking raking. And Sean, I've been here 9 months. But y'all, listen, if you want, you should educate yourself with the lies. Especially, I see a lot of my Twitter soldiers in here. You have to have the lies on deck for when they tweet something. You know, you could just quote a fucking dog lie and then do one of them gifs, the Lion King one or something like that. You know, we eat them alive over there. We're undefeated. They will never win. But that's all I got for you guys. We will definitely be back for part 2. You all right? I gotta rub the wife's back. Her back's not feeling good over there. We lost wifey. Man down. But we'll be back to react to the part 2 of that. And if all goes well, we should be going to Northport tomorrow to do the little vlog session of Gabby. If I don't get to it tomorrow, I will. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, check that out. And if you came in late, I want to say it one more time. Hong came in here because I go live on different platforms, and right now all I can see is my YouTube comments because about halfway through the stream I turn every other platform off. I let all the comments come in the beginning, but Hong came in via Twitter in the stream, and I showed the receipt if you rewind it. But he doesn't like what we're saying for some reason. He's mad about some of this truth over here because what we have over here is something called receipts, the real truth serum, right? He was mad about that. Imagine that, right? Just to be noted, because we're calling the parole officer first thing Monday morning. Stay tuned. I will also upload it. We don't care about no not bright media. They can go fuck themselves. And on that, we're out of here.